Hey guys, it's Jenny Katz. How are you doing today? So, today the topic is, are you wearing a mask? And is it time to finally take that mask off? So, what do I mean by wearing a mask? Have you ever felt like you're not really being yourself when you work in your business or in the workplace, or when you meet with certain people, or even around, your family, your parents? Have you ever felt that you feel that you can't really be yourself? And we all have that sometimes. Like, we all have limiting beliefs around us, about us, that we are trying to hide. We are afraid of being seen for who we really are. And the fear of being seen creates these masks, because we want to hide it. We don't want people to know who we really are, because then they might like us anymore, they might not love us anymore. So we might have beliefs like, I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not attractive, I'm ugly, I'm overweight, I'm not confident, or I'm not an outgoing person, or all these limiting beliefs. Deep down there, we all have them. But we are not ready to face them sometimes. And that's why we put on these masks. So they're really, really serving us in that moment, because then we don't have to deal with that, underlying belief around that. So we don't have to believe why we have created this mask. And most of the people don't know that. I didn't know that for a long, long time. I just always felt like I couldn't really be myself. I was always trying to be someone else. So it really, makes us feel safer when we put on these masks and we pretend to be someone else, or we might get the things we want in that moment, but it's actually not what we really want down there. Because down there we might really want just to be loved, or just to be, to feel worthy. So when you know that, then you can, finally take that mask off and really, really be yourself. And I find this is really important also when you build your personal brand online, because I'm really, really attracted to people where I find they are 100% authentic. They're not pretending to be someone else. They're not trying to, make something up about them. I don't know how you feel about that, but for me, this is really attractive. When I meet someone who is really authentic, they're really 100% themselves. And I can choose if I like them or not. So everyone, has a choice. But if you know someone who is authentic and this is how they are, then they also attract the right people. They don't attract anyone they don't want to attract, because this is what you're doing when you're wearing that mask. You're actually attracting people because you're wearing that mask. But when you take that mask off, a lot of people might not, find you attractive anymore. But that's all right. That's totally fine, because you don't want to attract the wrong people. You want to attract the right people who are in line with you, who are in alignment, who like the same things, who are, interested in the same things than you are. And, there's nothing to be ashamed about being yourself. And I know this is a hard one. It was for me as well, because I did that for such a long time. I wore that mask basically, I would say, most of my adult life. So I just want you to know what kind of masks there are. So for example, one mask is the I'm alright, I'm happy, I'm positive. Nothing is an issue. I don't need any help. I'm okay with everything. This is one mask you could wear. And this is like really keeping people distant, like on a distance. So it works that way, that you actually don't want people to come too close to you, because then you think, oh, what if they find out who I really am? And this is like with all the masks. This is how it works, because you're afraid of being seen for who you really are. And the next mask is the strong person mask. Like, I'm gonna push through everything, and I'm hurting inside, but I'm not letting it see, like, I'm not letting people see that I'm actually not okay. I'm just pretend that I'm strong, and I'm gonna push through it. And so this is another kind of mask. Then the third one is the intellectual mask. I did that for a while too, I guess, like where you're really defining yourself with certificates, degrees, how many courses you have attended. And like now I really realize that that paper doesn't say anything about you. It doesn't define you. Like, I know a lot of people also feel bad, because they haven't got that degree or something, but it doesn't say anything about the person. It's just, saying that you attended the course, and that's basically it. Because this is like one thing from my childhood as well, that there was always around, you need to get a degree to be worthy, otherwise, you're not gonna make anything out of your life and stuff like that. And but it doesn't say anything about you. And the next one is the people pleaser, and that's me. You always help people because you are afraid that if you don't help them, they don't consider you a nice person anymore, or they don't like you anymore, they don't love you anymore. And you basically, do a lot of things for other people in order to be appreciated or loved or liked. And that also, comes a lot from your childhood as well, from your parents, how much love you got from them, how well you felt. And if you didn't get that really in your childhood, then you're gonna try and find it somewhere else in your life. But I have to say, you don't owe anybody anything, really. You don't have to go out, beyond measure to help someone if it means it hurts you. I know this is a hard one, and sometimes I'm still dealing with that, because it really takes a long time to recover from it. But you have to put yourself first. You are the priority. And that has nothing to do that you are, egoistic or something like that. It's just you need to put yourself first in order that you can serve someone. I call it serve someone, because you want to help people basically to help themselves. You are not there, to do everything for other people. You can help them to find the right paths and basically, yeah, help them to help themselves. So I'm not saying don't help anyone, but you need to, have your boundaries. And you need to know when it's like, enough. And then when you have to sort of pull back. For example, someone's asking you the third or fourth time in a week to come around and help them with their move or cleaning the house or whatever, because you're a friend of them, then you just have to say no. Because you have to value your time as well. If you go there, help them once, maybe twice, that's all right, but don't think you are obligated to help people all the time, because otherwise you're not their friend anymore or something like that. Because you need to really, really value your time as well. And when you set out these boundaries, people will, at first they might be a bit, reacting about it, saying, hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you not helping me? Because they sort of liked it better when you were that people pleaser who helped everyone. So it can happen that people, turn away from you, but it's all right. You will meet new people that align with that new version of yourself better. So don't be afraid of letting people go as well. Because it's not the end of the world if you had a friendship and it doesn't work out anymore. It's okay. You will meet other people as well. So yeah, that's what I basically did all the time. I really, I always tried to help people, and it sort of gave me a satisfaction as well. But after a while, I just realized it doesn't work that way. I need to, be there for myself first before I can help anyone else. Like, when I was like studying, every time they asked me to do an extra shift or something, then I jumped in, and then after a while I was just completely exhausted, and it just, it doesn't serve you long term. It really doesn't. And so yeah, another mask, actually I read in a book about that. He was a guy, and he said his mask was always the funny one. So he was always like making jokes, and was really that person that liked, people to have around. And you all know that funny person, that always throws jokes and everyone laughs and stuff. And he really said that this, mask really helped him to achieve a lot in his life, and he knew that it was helping him to, get into contact, expanding his network, getting into different positions in his job. But when he started like his personal development journey and his spiritual journey, he realized that that is not him. He is not that person that he was pretending to be. And that's why he also wasn't happy in that job or in that place where he actually ended up, because it was never him who actually went there. It was always that person wearing the mask. So that's why he wasn't actually happy with what he has achieved, because if he wouldn't have worn that mask, then his path would have gone a completely different way. So if you consider it, seeing it that way, then actually putting, taking off that mask can really give new opportunities to you. Your path can go like in many other directions when you are finally deciding to be yourself. You will attract other people to you, other characters. other, people you might have never met before, and opportunities might arise, and your life will go a completely different direction. So I hope you guys, this was valuable to you. If you want, you can comment down below and let me know what mask you are wearing. I find that really interesting when people finally discover what kind of mask they're wearing. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you on social media. Bye.